Good morning. Well, I shouldn't say good morning. It's 9:30, but you may be watching this in the afternoon. This is my fourth installment, I believe, fourth video. There's Joey starting already. I wanted to talk today about caregivers. I really believe that this disease is a caregiver's disease as well as patient disease. By that I mean my wife and daughter are my caregivers, and well, my whole family, I guess, but it has changed their life dramatically, and I know it will down the road. My wife has to, the things that she has to do daily just to babysit me, basically. Just like this morning, she has to get ready for work, and she lays my pills down. She makes sure I'm going to do this or going to do that, or where I'm going today, which is basically nowhere. But she keeps pretty tight reins on me, which I understand that. I think there are two choices with this disease as far as a caregiver has. You either place the patient, your loved one, a family member, whoever it may be, a friend, you either place them in a facility or you do home care. Now, if you do home care in time, I'm assuming, and I know I'm right, it's going to be a 24/7 thing. If you're married and your wife or your husband has this disease, you know that you're going to have to be there for them. And if you decide to care for them at home, and if you have an outside employment, that's the thing that I just don't understand how. It's like my wife, she works full time. She's been in her job for 31 years, I believe. Now we, just like everyone else, I'm assuming, depend on that income. When it comes to the time where I need round-the-clock care, or maybe not care, but I need someone watching me, or if she can't be here because of her job, if financially she couldn't quit her job because we depend on her income now. I no longer have one. The disability hasn't kicked in yet, and even when it does, we certainly couldn't live on that. But anyway, that's why I want to talk to people in high places about the funding or grants or something for caregivers, because, like I said, you've got two choices. You either place your family member in a facility or you care for them at home. And if you're working, you'll have to quit your job. I don't know that everybody can afford that. And also, if you place them in a facility, one of the things I might want to tell you what we did several months ago now. I'm in my 50s. I'm 57. My wife is 53, I believe. I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying that. But we contacted our attorney, which we should have done a long, long time ago. But we had our wills drawn up, living wills, and I put everything in Phyllis June's name, the house, everything. She has power of attorney. She has power over my medical. I wanted to do that while I was still thinking straight, and someone couldn't come along and say, wow, he did that, but he didn't know what he was doing. That's something you should think about doing if you haven't, because from what I understand, if and when someone's placed in a nursing facility, if you own property, well, anyway, talk to your attorney. Talk to your attorney, and they have a name, a special name for some attorneys that I should have wrote that down, researched that. But there is a specialized attorneys that deal in Alzheimer's disease or aging or things like that. Elder law. That's it. You may want to ask your attorney about an elder law attorney if he doesn't deal in things like this. Anyway, I wanted to also say some of the problems that I experience daily, and I'm sure other people do. Loud noises, Joey being one of them. We've had Joey about 12 years. He's an African gray parrot. He has a 1,500 word vocabulary, and he drives me crazy. We love him to death, but it's the loud noises that he does that I can no longer stand. We obviously will keep him. He's part of the family, but if you have this disease, loud noises, crowds, I can no longer, being around crowds is a real problem for me. I'm sure it is others with this disease. It's like you get to the point in your life where you're basically antisocial. I'm one of the most outgoing people you'd ever want to meet. I love being around people. I spent my whole careers in EMS and law enforcement helping people and being around others. I love to go out and have a few drinks. I'm your normal Joe, but now I think I know it's the disease because I'm afraid someone's going to, first of all, I don't recognize a lot of people anymore, and then that's embarrassing, and then if we get in a conversation, I'm just like, God, I hope they don't talk about something I can't remember, which people do. They talk about their lives or the current events, and I'm just, if Phyllis isn't with me, she usually picks the ball up and runs with it, shall we say. Also, I had someone tell me once that, instead of talking about the things you can't do anymore, you should talk about the things that you still can do, which is true. There's a lot of things that I can do, and I don't feel sorry for myself at all. I'm not sick. Once again, I just have a memory problem. However, I can't help but remember or think about the things that I once did. My phone, these are just little things, but my cell phone, I have a BlackBerry. I got rid of it, and I went to just a basic cell phone. But I found out real quick, like my caseworker told me, that learning new things is almost, it's difficult, if not impossible. So with this new simple phone, I should have been able to operate it, but there's just no way. There was no way I could figure out how to do it because, once again, I was trying to learn something new, a new phone, and it wasn't happening. So that was another big thing with Verizon. I had to send it back and go back to my BlackBerry, which is very complicated to me now, but at least I do know how to answer it, and I can still text for the most part. But most of the time it's become a paperweight. The stores, I've explained in other videos about going to the store. I no longer do that. I don't go to Walmart unless I absolutely have to, and to go to a mall would be absolutely, that just wouldn't happen. There's no way, by myself anyway. And the computer, I have trouble with a computer every day, just like this video and the videos I've done. It takes me, the videos are 8, 10, 12 minutes long, but it takes me about 2 hours from start to finish because I have to post them on YouTube, I have to post them on Memory People, and I post them on my regular website. And every day I forget how to do it. I write it down, I write the instructions down, but I can't figure it out. But it keeps me busy, and once again, I'm not complaining, it's just something to do. Keeps me entertained. Reading is another thing that I miss tremendously. People with Alzheimer's, once again, everybody's different, but I can read, obviously. I know how to read, but I can't comprehend anything I've read. If I read anything, even the posts on Memory People or my regular website or the newspaper, if I read anything that's more than 2 or 3 paragraphs long, I might as well forget it because I have no idea what the first paragraph what was even in the first paragraph. If it's something important, my wife, God bless her, she'll read it to me, which is, again, degrading, but it is what it is. If it's something important, I need to understand it. If it's an email or if it's something in the paper or something, she reads it to me, and that's just the way it is. I mean, it can't be helped. So those are some of the things that, with this disease, that I miss, or that people do miss, that everyday life has changed. And also, I wanted to speak about the financial burden that this disease brings upon, notwithstanding cancer, which I'm sure cancer, strokes, I know the burden, the financial burden these brings upon people. But firsthand, when I was diagnosed with this, we knew I had problems about 6 years ago. We didn't realize the extent of it, but then until about a year ago or so. But now that we do, and like I said, I haven't worked since June, I guess, and that alone has brought a financial burden. And the whole concept of the disability, your waiting period for 6 months, I understand that's how that is, and it is for everybody. If you got a bad back, or you're an amputee, or whatever, diabetes, you are disabled, so you wait 6 months like everybody else. I don't have a problem with that. It's certainly not fast track, as they say, but I guess what I do have a problem is when you work every day of your life, and something like this affects you personally, and you expect, or you think that there's going to be help for you, and they say, well, you're a fast track, and it's a 6-month waiting period. Well, to me, that's not fast track. Fast track is like 2 weeks, maybe a month, I don't know, but 6 weeks or 6 months is not fast track. And then the 2 years, I don't know who come up with this 2-year thing. After you're approved with disability, you have a 2-year waiting period before you can get Medicare or Medicaid. I'm not even sure which one that you get on disability, but that again is unbelievable, but it is what it is. Let's see what I have here now. I think that's all I'm going to do today. It's going to be a short video, or shorter than usual. I hope people are enjoying these videos, and awareness. That's once again what I'm trying to do. If I've hit home with these, it's great. I just keep wanting to remind people that this is how it affects me. I mean, that doesn't mean how it's going to affect your 74-year-old mother, or your 45-year-old husband, or whatever. Everybody's different, and I do want to stress that. So I'm going to close now. Once again, I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll do one tomorrow. So talk to you later. See you.